David Zaritsky here for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. It almost seems like every single week we have a new discovery, and that's what this video is about. It's about a new discovery, a very exciting discovery made by the great dark detective, the hero that Gotham needed. This guy right here who I'm posing with, Simon Rusgar. I am constantly amazed at the type of detective work that some of the individuals out there do. And Simon can take a look at the shape of a zipper and actually determine the brand, the label that that jacket belongs to. And because of that, we now know the jacket, the brand, what it looks like. And yes, we have it here tonight to show you that Bond wears while on the boat, at the end of the movie, beginning of the movie. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But you've seen a lot of the Daily Mail, him wearing it. It looks almost black in there. You could definitely see that he's got the NPL mock turtleneck on, some really cool kind of herringbone pants, and a particular pair of chukka boots, which we'll talk in the next video, not this one. But the reality is the brand that Simon discovered that he wears is John Varvatos. Now, Varvatos, some of you may not be aware of him. He's relatively new to the Bond brand, but John Varvatos actually goes way, way back. He used to work for Polo, and then he jumped over to Calvin Klein. You may know him better because he's the one that designed Marky Mark's underwear that Marky Mark became very famous for. In fact, he took a pair of long johns, cut it at the thigh, and said, just go put these on. And born were the boxer briefs that we're all very familiar with. Then he jumped forward back to Polo, and then in 1999, 2000, started John Varvatos and came up with some incredible brands and some pieces. So let's talk about this particular jacket. We're probably going to want to come in a little bit close. First of all, the jacket itself, which by the way is on the mock NPL turtleneck, of course it has to be, is a goat suede. What does that even mean, goat suede? Goat suede is extremely thin, but extremely durable. Calfskin, very thick, little less durable, but this goat suede is extremely fine. You can see, hopefully picking up some of the wonderful stitching and details. There is a seam that runs across horizontally. Here are those wonderful zippers that Simon actually identified. And what's nice about this, it has the type of zipper that will close. It has that same type of stitching, by the way, that it does on the side on the top. You don't see that detail certainly in the Craig pictures, nor do you see in the follow-up pictures. And on the back, you've got this really cool vertical stitching line, so that stitching continues. And you've got this horizontal seam. This horizontal seam has been, if you move back a little bit of a controversy, because some people have thought that there's an older season jacket that looks like this that doesn't have that. But it needs to have that. Oh, look at that! The holster. Could I be more complete? I'm trying. Let's show the interior of this for a moment, though. It's got a really cool, almost Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2 type piece at the collar here. You could see the John Varvatos lining inside. Really cool label. The sleeves themselves are entirely lined very, very nicely with a contrasting blend. And then on top of it, they also give you this handy dandy John Varvatos hanger. What could be more complete? The suede, by the way, on this is absolutely gorgeous. They call it a marine. It's extremely dark. You can see when you put it up to the black, there isn't a huge differential in color, which is why it looks the way it does on film. Even when it's wet on the water, you can see some really good scenes of Craig's stunt double wearing this jacket, and it's billowing. This does have a certain amount of room, but it is fitted. This is a medium. I'm a 40 chest. I'm a 31 waist. We're going to try this on. That hopefully doesn't shock you, right? I mean, you want the full gamut here. We're going to try this on and see what it looks like together. So let's do that now. Well, we're back in the saddle again. I've got the NPL. Feels good. It's a little cooler out tonight. I think the last time I tried this on it was 86. It's too much. It's like 51 right now. We're going to try on the jacket now. What's nice about this jacket is because it's thin, and yes, I am trying it on with a shoulder holster and the PPK to kind of get the whole look to it. What's nice about it is because this is light, you can definitely tell that you can wear this in a lot of different venues. First of all, it doesn't have to be icy cold. You could probably wear this if you were in Florida, etc. And by the way, you'll notice that Craig kind of zips up to here when he's doing his action scenes, but you should take note of these wonderful kind of zipped areas. Really nicely lined in suede, really cool contrasting blue stitching. Closes really nicely, that nice fitted fit. Let me do that. And if you come back, let's kind of take a look at the fit itself. So I've got my Walter PPK here. You can see that it kind of hugs in here. Fits pretty well all around. Again, this is a medium, so you feel probably, or maybe see a little bit of drag with the PPK, not too much, but fits my shoulders great. I can definitely tell that I can do a lot of action in there, and it seems to be extremely well fitted, quite frankly. So I thought at first when I purchased it that the length of the sleeves were too long. Now that it's zipped up and it cinches it a little bit, I'm thinking I don't need to be having these adjusted. Because when I saw them on Craig, I thought, well, wait a minute, they're not monkey arms. Clearly they had it adjusted. It's Hollywood. They're going to make it look as good as possible. But there it is. Anyway, what's nice about this is you can see the contrasting. I have pants that are very similar to the ones he wears in that particular poster. I've got the yen peel, I've got the shoulder, I've got the PPK, I've got this, I've got the watch and the Omega. We're close. Now, obviously I'm missing the shoes, but I'm saving that actually for the next video. The John Varvatos jacket, highly recommend it. It is becoming rare. I'm telling you something that you already know, so I apologize for that. But the reality is that Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom, another place, Scope New York, something New York, they're out. Maybe there's an extra large floating around. Some of those individual stores, and individual Nordstroms or Bloomingdale's, may have them still in stock, but they're going to be gone soon. Why? Well, the representatives from John Varvatos that actually said, yes, that's the correct jacket, have said they're not reissuing this. So these are going to be rarer than hen's teeth. They're anywhere from $500 all the way up to $800 right now. On the second gray market, they're going to go higher. Anyway, if you like suede, if you like this particular outfit, if you just want to wear it, highly recommend it. For some people, it's a little too avant-garde. It's not something that they would wear every day. Me, I'm happy. I'm very happy with it. Great new discovery from a movie that I'm just getting more and more excited about. So, this has been David Zaritsky. One more time, thanking my mass compadre here, Simon Rusgar, for really making this available to me. We'll watch out for other things from Simon, no doubt, but we'll talk to you next time when we find something new and wonderful. We'll bring it to you. This has been David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. We'll see you soon. I'm just going to go jump on my speedboat and head over to Westminster.